My mom grew up in a Polish neighborhood, and she said every Holy Saturday at noon all the church bells rang, and that was the official ending of Lent. So every Holy Saturday at noon I make a big pot of coffee and just kind of take it all in, because I usually give up coffee for Lent. But we've come to the end of Lent, and we're about to celebrate the glory of Easter. Oftentimes Holy Saturday feels like just an interim day, a filler space between Good Friday and the Easter Vigil tonight. And yet, theologically, it's extremely significant. In the Apostles' Creed, we say that Jesus descended into hell. And perhaps a more accurate description of that reality would be he descended to the abode of the dead. So if we imagine that all of the people that lived before Christ, who lived a righteous life but still in need of forgiveness and redemption, were in this holding pattern, waiting for Jesus' victory over sin and death so that they could be led into heaven and discover the salvation that the Lord had prepared for them. There's this beautiful image from Holy Saturday of Jesus going down to the abode of the dead, seeking out Adam and Eve first, unbinding their chains and leading them forth from this dark, dreary, dead place into the glory of the light of the kingdom of heaven. I love that image, Jesus descending and freeing all these people that have been waiting for thousands of years for this moment, this exact moment, when Jesus' victory on the cross gained for them eternal life. Holy Saturday then is a moment of peace, of quiet, and of contemplation for us, because the King is asleep. The Lord of life is asleep, and yet actively already seeking out those who have been waiting for his salvation and mercy. As we move towards the Easter Vigil then tonight and tomorrow, when we celebrate the glory of Jesus' resurrection, it's this moment that we ponder right now, this Holy Saturday. Jesus is dead. He has not yet been raised from the tomb, and yet grace and salvation are still at work. I think that's emblematic of much of our life. Sometimes it feels like there's not much going on. Sometimes we feel like we're in between Good Friday and Easter Sunday, and we're not exactly certain where we are. Perhaps that's a good description of this pandemic moment, when so much is uncertain and new to us. And yet God is not asleep, because Christ has been raised from the dead. And so this Holy Saturday, may we simply rest in the heart of the Lord, knowing that he is at work in our lives, even in ways that we don't dare to imagine, even when it seems that nothing is happening. Salvation is being worked out, and God is in charge of the plan.